Hey everybody, I think it's going, but we'll see. Here we go. And the little light never catches up at the right moment. But hello everybody, my name is Margaret, and this is my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. And today I thought I'd bring a video to you about the tools that I use for my Merch by Amazon business. This has evolved over the last couple years since I started, but I wanted to bring this video to you guys today because I hear a lot of new people have been accepted into the program, which is super exciting. So I wanted to share this with you today. I was going back and forth. I was going to share 10 tips for newbies, which I'll probably do tomorrow. I'm thinking I'm going to do like a Q&A and share tips for people that are just getting started because it can be overwhelming. I've been at this for 2 years now. I'm on the 4,000 tier and feel like I'm doing pretty well. It's definitely changed the way I do business as far as the rest of the things that I do to make money. So I wanted to come on and share with you what I use. I definitely, when I started, used to use all free things, and now I use some more paid sites. So probably tomorrow or the next day I'll touch on some of the free ways to really get the ball rolling, because it is a program that you can start making money without having to spend anything up front. There's tons of tools out there, but I thought I would share with you what I am doing at the moment and to say hello. So again, if you're new, hit that subscribe button and the little bell. Every Wednesday we have Merch Talk where the guys and I get together and we talk about the updates, the news, how things have been going. Sometimes it's really positive. Sometimes there's kinks and things get a little negative. We try to keep things on the positive, but it happens. So anyway, definitely hit the subscribe button. It's a great community out there. I haven't come across any negative people, that is. Everybody's been really supportive. Lots of people on YouTube are sharing their journey, and there are quite a few Facebook groups as well. But overall, everybody's really supportive of everybody else doing merch. So let me jump into, I'm going to share everything from the sites that I go to the plugins I use, to the things I listen to, because I think that's also important. Everybody has a different journey as far as merch goes. I'm a lone wolf person. I'm not looking into getting VAs or virtual assistants or designers or anything like that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Lots of people are doing it, scaling up their businesses, but I just like to do it on my own. So that's what I do. And I am live, so let me say hey in the chat. I have the chat up here. Hello, Amanda and Neva. Hello, Jane Callum. And Jane Callum were actually on 2 weeks ago on Merch Talk. It was so great to have you guys on. They are doing amazing on merch, and I just want to pick their brain more, but that's okay. Hey, Margaret in Nevada. Hello, Debbie. Hey, Petty Flower Child and Mike. Hello, everybody. Hello. Melissa saying got my acceptance email last night. Now I got to scramble to learn how to be creative. Okay, definitely get something up there, because the I think it's 90 days. Like, you have to get something up there or they'll just pull your account. You have to show that you're putting something up. So get something up there. Maybe I should have done the top tips first. I was going back and forth. I asked Randy, and he said, do the top tips. And then I asked Tom, my friend Tom, the English picker, just got approved. And he's like, oh, just do what you were going to do. Do your tips later. So now I'm second guessing myself. That's okay. Tomorrow. I'll do the top tips tomorrow. Because if you put the wrong thing up there and you get it rejected, you'll start off on the wrong foot. Okay. All right, so first of all, I put these here to remind myself that I'm going to drop links, because I have a lot of playlists to do with merch. So I've got one to do with setting up Printful and Etsy, which is something I'll talk about. Then different tutorials on designing and blah, 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 blah that I've done. So yeah, these are just like, they're there in my playlists. I've done a ton of videos on merch. So they're there. I'm going to drop the links in the comment section behind later. Sometimes I read and try to talk at the same time and then just can't. Okay, so Pixie Girl's asking, I'm having a hard time finding your Facebook group. Are you talking about this one? This one right here, Merch University, which is not necessarily my Facebook group, but Joe Clay is the main head honcho over here. at Merch University, which is an amazing Facebook group. Everybody's really supportive. We do try to keep it positive in the group and productive. So it's definitely one of the tools that I use, again, free. So go join Merch University on Facebook, and then another Facebook group. There's quite a few merch Facebook groups out there, and you just kind of have to go with what's a good fit for you. I mean, you can try to be in all of them. I think I'm a member of a lot of them, but being active in them, you know what I mean? So, and then this is Merch Minds Facebook group. Let's see if I can get the name over here for you. Merch Minds. And this one is run by Glenn and Young. So it says you have to get your banking and tax info approved first before you can submit new designs. Oh, yeah. You can totally do it. You can do it. It's not so hard. Okay, so those are the two main Facebook groups that I am active in. But again, there's a bunch of them out there. And overall, I haven't had any negative experiences with anybody. So they're okay. Also, this is something that I put out towards the end of last year, which is on, what is it called? Gumroad. And it's free. It's just 2018 trending events, topics, and predictions. I didn't jump on the eclipse bandwagon. Honestly, I was just like, it's an eclipse. What's the big deal, right? I remember seeing an eclipse as a child. But apparently it was a big deal. And a lot of people made a ton of money on eclipse shirts. So sometimes you're on the right trend and sometimes you're not. And so this is 2018 things that are going to be trending maybe, and just predictions that I had for what might be coming up to keep your eye out there for. So again, free. I have the link down below in the description box. Okay, so next up is a plugin that I use. Now, I'm on the 4,000 tier, so I have the ability to upload 80 shirts a day. I don't always upload 80 shirts a day, but frequently some of my shirts can be in the same genre, and so I don't want to have to copy and paste keywords again and again and again. So what this does is it allows me to create the keywords and titles and everything, and then just hit a button basically on the listings and it drops all that in there for me. So once you get to that level where you're uploading, or if you're doing, standard shirt, long sleeve shirt, hoodie. I don't have hoodies and sweatshirts yet on my account. I know some people do premium shirts, where if you're uploading your design on 5-6 different things, it's a time saver. And this one is paid, and I cannot remember how much it is, but it's worth it for me. So it's a super eclipse too. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, coming up, there's moon stuff too coming up too, like super moons and things like. Anyway, yeah. Where can I join? Okay, okay. All right, so there's that. That's one of the plugins I use. Another plugin that I use is called Pretty Merch, and it's the one, you can kind of see it. Oh, look, there's me. What am I doing there? This is, oh my gosh. Okay, trusted by the biggest names in merch. Oh my gosh, I swear, I promise I did not know that was on there. Okay, so yeah, I did a video for Pretty Merch a while back, but this is Pretty Merch. And it looks like it gives you a nice dashboard. That's hilarious. I swear I did not know that was there. Yeah, anyway, and it gives you the totals and all of this stuff. Let's see if I can pull mine up. I'm going to hide myself for 1 second. That's hilarious. It's kind of embarrassing, though. Not bad embarrassing, but just like, what? Okay. I'm going to pull mine up so I can share it with you. The only thing is that when it refreshes, it takes off the hidden thing. Oh, I have no sales today. Okay, good. I won't have to worry about hiding anything. Okay, so this is what my dashboard looks like for Pretty Merch. No sales yet today. Okay, so it gives me, a graph of how my sales have been doing this week, which honestly are not, I mean, in perspective, they're good, but in the grand scheme of things, they could be better. But, and it shows like what your profits were for the last 7 days and for the previous month. Again, I'm a one-woman show, so I don't have, all these people uploading for me or anything else. So it's cool. It's cool. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Okay, then where am I? I lost my tab. So there's that Pretty Merch. And again, I can't remember if that's a paid one or not, but I really like it. So there's that one. Another site that I use is called Make Merch. This is a paid site. This is like, if you're not really a designer or you're in a hurry or you've got a lot of uploads, or this is a one-stop shop basically for creating shirt designs. You know, they've got all kinds of graphics in here that you can drop in. You can, you know, move where it is, change the size. Pardon me. You can apply filters to it, add words. I've done a bunch of tutorials on how to use Make Merch and the cool features and everything like that. And even though I have started designing with Adobe Illustrator, which is huge and new for me, I still use Make Merch quite a bit because I enjoy playing with it. My kids enjoy playing with it. They make shirt designs on it. And fun fact, all of the shirts and designs that I have sold on my Printful and Etsy integration have been designs that I've created on Make Merch. So all my sales from there have been for Make Merch designs. So it's definitely something to look into. I think it's $30 a month. So you have to sell 6 shirts a month, but you can create and download as much as you want. It's a really cool program to play with. And never heard of Merchlister Pro. Business changing info. Oh yeah. Oh, thanks, Jay. And I don't know which one I'm talking to. I'm guessing it's Jay. Okay. So next up is Merch Informer. Now, when we talk about stuff that's free, and when we talk about new tips for new people, Merch Informer is a go-to for me. I'm trying to squish this down so you can see all the tabs. This is where I come to research what's already out there. If I'm getting a design from, like I'm paying for a design from a designer or a site, and I want to make sure that it's not already out there, this is kind of where I come to. Or when so like say here's Merch Hunter, and it'll sort by, and this is the paid part of it. You can, let's see, I'm just trying to think of a design off the top of my head. Let's do clowns, just because I just don't like clowns. So let's look at clown shirts, and I can kind of see what's out there. There's nothing in the top 100, which is cool because clowns are horrible. Sorry if you're a clown out there, don't come get me, please. So you can see, what kind of things are out there. You can see the ranking. This is the BSR ranking. There's lots of other things you can do. You can save them. You can take a look at the keywords, what kinds of things. I mean, this is mostly how I use it, is seeing what's already out there and seeing, researching what kind of keywords, the shirts that are being found, what kind of keywords they're using, so that I can also incorporate those, not copy those, but incorporate those into what I'm doing when I'm writing my keywords and titles and stuff. Hello, Dave in the chat. Hello, hello. How much does the site cost you? Make Merch, I believe, was $30 if you're asking about Make Merch. And then Merch Informer, I have a coupon code down below. What is it for? If it still works, I think it still works. My Merch Informer coupon code, and sorry, in my description box down there, it's kind of a mess. I'll try to clean it up later. I just throw things in there and it just gets lots of links and messiness, but the information's there. Yeah, I have a Merch Informer coupon code down there for 20% off your order, coupon code TexasGal. Hopefully that still works. I think it does. So you can check it out. But there's a free way to use it, but you don't get nearly as much info. Oh dear. Okay, then PicMonkey is another site that I use sometimes. I don't use it quite as much as I used to, but I have created videos on how I make shirts in PicMonkey. And so there's that. Hello, Caroline. Now, next up, and again, this will be something, PicMonkey used to be free or had a freer version, but it's still a good site to use, I think. So, okay, next up is this is one of the places I go to get graphics for my shirts, and it's called Storyblocks. It used to be called Graphic Stock. So when you look in the description box, there's a 7-day free trial down there, and it says Graphic Stock 7-day free trial. But it's not called that anymore. It's called Storyblocks. So I can come in here and let's say I'm doing clowns again, just because clowns, and I can search by, hang on, if I want just vectors because I'm using Illustrator, I can sort by vectors and have lots of designs. Okay, there's not a ton there because it's, why is it just like clown shoes? I don't know. Anyway, let's do cats because cats are always fun too. So there's a lot of images that you can use for creating shirts and things like that that are on this site. So I use Storyblocks a lot for images and things like that. There's another site that I use. I don't have any kind of, it's not on here. It was on my Dropbox up here. Maybe it's not there. Okay, let me see. It's called Graphics Factory. I don't have any kind of coupon codes or anything. And this is one that I pay for. Again, has got lots of like clip art and images that I can use for shirts. So that's another site I use. Now, this is an important one if you're new, is researching the trademark. And that was huge for me in the beginning because I didn't always do that. I thought I was doing things that were safe, and sometimes they ended up not being safe, and got a couple rejections early on because I didn't know how to research. So one site that I use a lot is TM Hunt, and it's a free site. I'll have to do a separate video on how I use it. There's multi-search, split search. This is the one I generally use the most, split search, where I can type in, you know, Cat Kong shirt for dogs or whatever. You know, I'll type in, you can put all the words in there and then search, and it searches by individual word, and then it also groups words together, and then set to live. Okay, cat, text, yes. Anyway, I still use cat and whatever. Okay, so then another one is the actual government site, USPTO, and this is also, I hadn't really thought of this as far as, because there are a lot of sellers that are not in the U.S. Merch shirts are only sold within the U.S., but I'm just thinking if you weren't in the U.S., you would need to figure out how to navigate the, I mean, I guess it's the same for us too, but yeah, USPTO is the United States Patent and Trademark Office site, and so finding out whether or not your shirt terms are trademarked, this is another really good site to know. Hello, stay warm, you guys. You know, it was me, he told Margaret. Oh, yes, David. Okay, and then, I feel like I'm flying through these, but hey. So merch-designs.com is a site that our Merch Talk is usually sponsored by them. We've taken a bit of a break since the freeze, but merch-designs is a place where you can buy shirt graphics for your shirts. And I've gotten designs from a few different places, and this has so far been the only one that the shirts have actually sold. So not that the other ones aren't, it was just maybe I chose wrong, or maybe who knows what. My keywords were not right, but this is one that we just so happen to be sponsored by, but also have sold shirts from. And there is a link. I think I have the link down below for it. I'm looking. Do I not? Well, if you visit them, let them know that I sent you, because I'll get a finder's fee. So that's nice. So if you go there and get a shirt, yeah. So merch-designs.com is a good place. I actually just bought 6 designs yesterday, so that's cool. Then, I'm a busy girl. I haven't bought designs in a long time. Okay, so another thing that I use, which I consider tools, is educating yourself, right? So I like to listen to podcasts and other YouTubers and just see where everybody is and what the updates are, just everybody's perspective. And Merch Minds podcast with Glenn and Young is a really great podcast to listen to, because they dive deep into not just merch, but also typography and the elements of design and things like that. So it's a little deeper. So and when I say deeper, I don't mean that they are deep, because Young is not. I love you, Young. But I'm going to give you a little jab. No, they're great guys. I'm teasing. They're so much fun. So Glenn and Young are really, it's a good podcast, you know, discussing TeePublic's digital artwork protection. I mean, it goes a little deeper, and they're really funny guys. So, and then another podcast, this one, 4554 podcast, is with my friend Mick Eden. And this is really good because he really breaks it down for new merchies. What do you call yourself? New merch by Amazon peeps. So the 4554 podcast, and his are generally shorter. I think Merch Minds is about an hour long usually, and then Nick's are shorter. I don't know, half an hour, 30 minutes. I guess he just talks. He doesn't fill time. We'll just put it that way. He says what he's got to say, and when he's done, he's done. There we go. So, yeah. So check out Nick's podcast, the 4554 podcast, and he's pretty active in Merch University as well. So he's got great information. Has there ever been an instance of something coming out as not trademarked on TM Hemp, but it turns out that it is trademarked? I haven't had that happen, but it's sure to happen. You know what I mean? Supposedly they pull their information from USPTO to get, to search, and it kind of cleans the search up for you. But I'm sure it's going to happen eventually, because also things become trademarked that weren't trademarked when you searched it to begin with, which is something that on Merch Informer, where'd it go? Where did my thing go? On Merch Informer, which I've lost my tab for, apparently, you can have Merch Informer keep an eye out. I'm just looking. I can't find it. I must have closed the tab. You can have Merch Informer watch for you to see if things become trademarked after you've uploaded it, to give you a little ding, hey, this is now trademarked. So is it always accurate? So far, I haven't had any problems with it. I've been using it since I found out about it, and I haven't had any problems with uploads and things. Sometimes if something pops up that I'm questioning, then I'll go to USPTO and double check it, but I haven't had any problems with it. That being said, now watch, there's going to be a problem with it. Okay. Next up is the Printful and Etsy integration. I throw this in here because, and I got this question too. Someone asked if my top sellers on Merch were also my top sellers on Printful, and the answer is no, not at all. My top sellers on Printful sold a little bit on Merch, but some of them not at all. So, and I share some of my stuff. This is my Etsy integrated with Printful, so you can kind of see. I use this one kind of as a, I don't want to say a test store, but when I'm sharing and trying to educate people and help people out, this is, I have to be able to show what I'm doing, So this is kind of like where you can, if you want to go see like, well, how do I create my titles? How do I create my tags? Da, 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 da. So this is my Texas Gal Designs, the Etsy and Printful integration on here. And I have links down below to sign up for Printful, and then also for Etsy. If you create a new store, you get 40 free listings if you go through my link, which is great because it's 20 cents a listing. But you can see here on my sales, I'll click on my top sales here. So the things that have sold are, phone cases, long sleeve shirts, crop tops, things that aren't selling you can't sell on Amazon because they don't offer it generally. They just started offering sweatshirts, phone cases. So the Santa one was like the biggest seller. I did this distressed Santa on Make Merch. Again, these, one of these is not, I used part of Make Merch for this, I think. Did I? I think Junior Varsity Motorboating Team was one. I can't remember if I used Make Merch for that or not. But everything else has been Make Merch designs. Okay, some of these are older stuff from when I was doing digital downloads on here. So, yeah, it's, so the reason I bring it up is because if you're creating designs or you're buying designs and you're uploading them on Merch and they're not selling, you're like, oh, it's not selling. Have another basket. They say don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, this is another basket. It's free to get started. It's free to sign up on Printful. It's, with the listing, with the 40 free listings, it's free to get set up on Etsy. And if I didn't have these over here, then that's, a whole other stream of revenue that wouldn't have even happened because I didn't take the time to upload them over here as well. Now I have a ton of things that I need to upload because it's just time. And again, I'm not hiring out the work. Sorry, I have some cat hair or something itching my nose. I don't mean to keep rubbing on my nose, but yeah. So think about that. I use a couple other. Teespring and Redbubble are the two other sites that I put a few things on, but not a ton. So there's that. When I first started Merch, did you design and upload from your laptop? Is it possible to do everything with apps you can get on your phone? Now, you can do stuff on your phone, and I did do some. There's an app on the iPhone called, I think it's called the Puffin app, because on your Safari app on your iPhone, you can go through all the process of uploading and getting all the keywords and titles and da-da-da-da in there, but then it won't let you hit that submit button, right? But if you get this other browser, and I believe it's called the Puffin browser, I might be getting it wrong, but I think that's right, then you can go through the process all the way on that app. I haven't done it, but Joe Clay has. I know he talked about it, and I can't remember if he did a video about it or not. His YouTube channel is Merch University. So if he hasn't done a video, I need to get after him and tell him to get that video up, because I haven't done it, or else I would show it to you. But there are apps that you can use. The Over app is one. What's another one? I don't use them so much anymore. I haven't. Oh yeah, it is the Puffin app. Haha. I downloaded it. I just never used it. So the Puffin app, Vintage Logo is another one. Oh, and I have made shirts on this app. This is a paid app too, but I have created shirts on that one and sold a couple. So Adobe Capture is another one that I use. This is obviously my merch. I didn't think about sharing that. PixArt over, what is the other one? WordSwag. I quit using WordSwag just because, but I think Joe still uses it. Yeah. But but Melissa, as an Android user, you might be able to upload anyway, straight away. I just know that because I'm a iPhone user that it won't let me. So I'm not sure. On an Android, you may be able to. It may just be that it's an iPhone problem. So, Puffin, yeah, Puffin, right? Okay, see, like the bird. Ah, it went away again. Puffin, right there. Okay, but this, I've had a lot of fun. Here, I'll show you. I've had a lot of fun playing with the, hang on, I'm trying to pull up one of the designs. Okay, share. Just share it. I don't need all these options. This one is the Vintage Design app. And whenever there was a whole thing about, sometimes you want to follow trends. And when you're out and about and you're hearing, Donald Trump is saying he's going to open the market back up to trophy animals like elephants and things. And you're like, I got to make a shirt for that. And you're out, because you're at swim practice with the kids. Then this was a cool one. I went in there and made I'm not a trophy shirt. And I did a elephant one, a rhino one. And this was on Vintage Logo app right there. So that was fun to play with. Anyway, so cool. Yep, those are the ones. Can you write them so we know what to look up? Okay. Yeah, okay, so those are the main things that I use. I will come back here. Let me do this. So yeah, if you're watching now, or if you're watching later on, I'm going to come back tomorrow and share my tips for newbies. I also want to do a video. I don't want to smoosh it all together because I think it'll be too TMI all at one time. A video showing how you can do it for free, because that's when I started, I did it on the free or the super, super cheap as much as I could until I got some working capital from making money off of it. So now it's easier for me to justify spending the money on some of the things that I spend money on. So yeah. So there's that. So again, thanks everybody for coming, and hit that subscribe button and the little bell. If you've got a tip or something that you use that you think would be really helpful for newbies or for people that have been at it for a while, leave a comment down below. And check out the comment section, you guys, because great tips come from all over, and we're always open to learning something new, right? Okay, again, see you tomorrow. I'll come back with some more merch tips tomorrow, and have a great day, everybody. Forgot where my little link was. Oh gosh, every time. How's my husband's account doing? Crystal's asking. It's okay. He hasn't uploaded anything except for what I upload for him. So, and I'm not uploading very much for him. So, all right. Okay. Thanks, you guys. And I'll be back tomorrow. Bring you questions and see you later.